All right, let's talk about starting a business. It can be a lot. And that's where companies like ZenBusiness jump in, promising to make things super simple. They're a huge name in the online LLC formation space. But the big question is, what's the real price you pay for all that convenience? Well, we're going to dig in and find out.
Right, and that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Is ZenBusiness the dream come true for new entrepreneurs? Or is it more of a nightmare, hiding unexpected charges and frustrating service behind a slick website? We're getting to the bottom of it, using hands-on testing and real user feedback to cut through the marketing noise. So, let's start with the basics. What is ZenBusiness, really? Well, you can think of them as a digital middleman. Their whole pitch is that they take all the complicated, honestly intimidating government paperwork you need to file for an LLC and turn it into a simple, step-by-step online form. Yeah, their core service is what's called an LLC formation service. And look, for any founder who's ever stared at a confusing Secretary of State website, the appeal is obvious. It's like, hey, I'll pay someone to handle the bureaucracy so I can actually build my business. That's the promise.
Okay, now let's look at what they officially promise you. ZenBusiness lays out its services in a few different packages. This is the blueprint, the on-paper value you're supposed to be getting right from their website.
So their plans break down into 3 main tiers. It all starts with the starter plan, which they market as free. All you have to do is cover the state filing fees. Now that word free is a really powerful hook, but we'll get into just how free it really is in a bit. From there, you can jump to the Pro plan for $199 a year, which adds things like faster filing, or the Premium plan for $399 a year, which pretty much bundles in everything they've got. And across all these plans, they really push a few key features. Worry-free compliance is a big one. That's their subscription to handle your annual state reports. They also offer a registered agent service to handle official mail, and they guarantee 100% accuracy on filings. I mean, on paper, it all sounds incredibly thorough. But, and this is a big but, this is exactly where that polished marketing starts to clash with a much messier reality. You really don't have to dig deep to find people telling a totally different story. A story about surprise charges and a cancellation process that feels designed to make you give up? Exactly. So to get beyond just the promises, we looked at a real hands-on test. Someone actually went through the whole process of buying an LLC through ZenBusiness. This stress test shows us what really happens after you punch in your credit card details and hit that button. First up, how long does it actually take? Well, for the free starter plan in Colorado, the total time from purchase to having the LLC fully formed was just under 7 days. Now that's not awful, but it's a long way from the 1-day expedited processing they advertise with their pricier plans. Next, let's talk about customer support. To test it out, an error was deliberately made on the filing. An email was sent to their support team about an hour later. It took 2 full days just to get an automated reply back. And while they did eventually fix the mistake, there was never any direct communication telling us the problem was actually solved. And oh yeah, the sales pitches don't stop once they have your money. In the first 43 days after signing up, the test account got hit with 13 different promotional emails trying to sell more services. Look, it's actually better than some of their competitors, but it's still a constant reminder that you are always in their sales funnel. Okay, so let's put it all together. When you weigh the real-world testing against all the user feedback out there, what's the final verdict? Here's the good versus the bad. On the pro side of things, the appeal is totally undeniable. That free starter package is a huge draw, and their online dashboard is modern, it's clean, and it's genuinely easy to use, which is a massive plus for anybody doing this for the first time. Plus, getting that first year of worry-free compliance included does give you some real peace of mind right out of the gate. But those cons are serious, and they really point to a pattern in their business model. The upsells are constant and aggressive. The best example? Charging $99 for an employer identification number, or EIN. You can get that directly from the IRS for free in about 5 minutes. And then there are the endless reports from users about confusing auto renewals they swear they never signed up for, leading to hundreds of dollars in surprise annual charges. And this quote from a user just nails the #1 complaint perfectly. It's not even just about the money anymore. It's that feeling of being trapped. When people try to cancel these subscriptions they don't want, they report getting the absolute runaround from a support system that feels like it's engineered to stop you from leaving. So where does that leave us? What is the final call on ZenBusiness? Well, honestly, there isn't one simple answer. The right choice here really depends on who you are as an entrepreneur and what you value most. ZenBusiness is a solid choice if you're a first-time founder and you are genuinely intimidated by all the government forms. If you value convenience above all else and want someone to hold your hand through the process, it definitely delivers that. It's for the person who wants a simple, one-stop shop and doesn't mind paying a premium for that simplicity. On the other hand, ZenBusiness is absolutely not for you if you're on a tight budget. If you're willing to do just a little bit of research and file directly with your state, which is usually just a simple online form these days, you will save a lot of money. And if you despise upsells and you're the type of person who stays on top of subscriptions to avoid getting trapped, you should probably just steer clear. And that brings us to the ultimate question you have to ask yourself. ZenBusiness is selling convenience, plain and simple. But is that convenience really worth the very real risk of getting lost in a maze of aggressive upsells, confusing subscriptions, and recurring fees you never even planned on paying? That is the trade-off, and it's a decision every new business owner has to make for themselves.